Hi everyone, welcome to Reading Tarot. This will be the Soulmate twin flame reading for the week of April 16th. And as always, like to state, if you feel you're dealing with a karmic partnership, then this reading may resonate. It should resonate with you as well. As always, I'm just going to pull a spread and we're going to see what comes up with that. And before I get started, just a quick reminder that I am doing a sale for the Aries new moon. I'll be doing 2 card readings for $10 and new moon readings for $15. And as always, my contact information is below in the description box for those who are interested. If you've seen the new moon readings, then the approach is going to be something very similar to that, except it'll be tuned to your energy as opposed to me, taking a broader approach and, doing those by zodiac signs. All right, so as always with this particular spread, we've got the 3 cards around it that are describing that are showing the energy going on around us. This is the space where this is like the energy that's leaving us. This is the energy that's entering us, and this is the energy that's guiding that transition. And then in the physical, we've got the 3 card spread along with the bottom of the deck. So to start things off, we've got the Knight of Swords, and so in the physical, Mercury's gone direct to the around the same time as the new moon in Aries. So with that happening, it feels like there's a lot of messages and there's a lot of information that's going to be coming along over the next few days, over the next week or so. And with this energy, it's like cycles. As I've been mentioning, cycles are coming to a close, and it's like this last burst of energy from the retrograde, from the old cycles. As we enter the new, it's like the universe is trying to really help clear your plate of anything that doesn't need to be on there. So it's like so people, I would say there's a chance that you may receive a message or you may receive some type of communication or something, and it's not it may not be pleasant, but it's something that's needed. And that's what's coming up with the Knight of Swords. And it may come along in a swift and abrupt way because the Knight of Swords moves very quickly. So before I elaborate more on that, let's talk about this energy here. We're leaving this 3 of Pentacles energy, and as old cycles come to a close, it's like we're leaving this energy that makes us feel like we need to work with other people. It makes us feel like we need other people. We're leaving that space that tells us that in order to be stable, in order to be secure, in order to have whatever we want, that we need to connect with others and give our power over to them and fully submit whatever to them, and to persevere in that despite us not getting anything we want in return. So, I brought up, I think, more than once about, leaving unfulfilling situations, unfulfilling relationships, unfulfilling connections. It's like we're leaving that energy. And moving forward, it's going to be, it's going to be a pretty hostile time. The energy is going to be pretty hostile for those who are struggling to see through everything that's going on. because it's like, people feel, if you follow the stereotypical twin flame stuff, that's honestly kind of BS. It's like it tells you that, you need to stick to this connection, you need to stick to this person, and persevere, and, no matter what they put you through, no matter what you deal with, to keep going at it. And for those of you who've been following that guideline, thinking it's going to lead you to your freedom, your time's up for that. You're going to see in some very real ways that that's not what you're supposed to be doing. The thing about, and I mentioned this before, but the thing about, being in situations like that is, the universe does not want you to be in in a situation that keeps your vibration low. Once you until you once you learn the lesson, there's no reason for you to be in that situation. So if you're feeling like, if you're feeling like you've evolved and you've woken up, and you're starting to be more confident and take more pride in yourself, and you're starting to look at all the things you can do for yourself, and you feel yet like you're beholden to this connection to this person, it's not going to work anymore. You need to let that go. And everything's coming up and telling you that you need to let that go. This Three of Pentacles energy is leaving. This feeling that you need to collaborate, that you need to give your power over to somebody else, it's leaving. The energy is no longer favoring that. As I've mentioned before, it's all about harmonious relationships now. So it's about, giving and taking equally, giving to those who give to you harmoniously, those who honor you for who you are and respect you and meet you where you're at, because that's just the right thing to do. So we're going to be separating from that energy, and we're going to be moving into the star reversed. And the energy that's going to take us into the star reverse is the hangman. And the way the hangman guides this energy transition is this: that your perspective is simply evolving. The universe is doing its work behind the scenes with all these events, with all these energy shifts and all these things that are going on. And as things change from a grander standpoint, things start to shift within you, and you start to realize, parts of you are beginning to realize that you're not necessarily beholden to this connection, that you don't need to hold on to this person. And for those of you who are worrying about, if you feel like this is a life partner or somebody that you're leaving behind, or you're leaving behind the one, let them go. Because there's better coming along. Because again, the universe isn't going to want to keep you in a situation that lowers your vibration. Once you've learned your lesson, and a lot of you've learned your lesson, or you're about to learn your lesson, you're about to see why you've been put in this experience with this person. So, once you see that, you realize that you don't need to save this connection. You can let it go, and you can move on with your life, and you can live a great life as well. You can live a very fulfilling life without this connection, without this person, because you don't need this particular person. If you want companionship, you deserve someone who is going to meet you at your highest vibration, and not someone who's going to keep bringing you down. So this perspective shift here is going to realize that you can, you don't have to be attached to this situation. You don't have to be attached to this person. If it's not serving your highest good, if it's not uplifting you, if it's not giving to you the way it takes from you, then yeah, you don't need to be attached to it anymore, and it's going to become very easy for you to free yourself. And then the energy we're moving on into is the star reversed. And the star upright is typically about nurturing yourself and giving to your dreams and restoring yourself and pouring into yourself. But what I'm getting with the star reversed is that now is the time that if you've been investing in yourself, now's the time for all of that to start paying off. You've poured into yourself, you've poured into your dreams, you've given all to yourself. when you start honoring yourself the way you're supposed to, the way you think you're supposed to honor other people, and you turn that energy inward, it it's gonna manifest around you in a variety of ways. The dream big, because big dreams are ready to come true. I mentioned in the video I did for the weekend about something about loving yourself unconditionally, and there was something else, but I just lost it. But I think that's the important part here. Giving to yourself unconditionally, loving yourself unconditionally, forgiving yourself, giving to yourself and forgiving yourself, and just spending time vibrating with yourself and honoring yourself. Like these are things you have to do in order to get to the next step. Because again, you can't grow anything around you if everything within you is barren and dry, because you keep giving to other things and other people, and you just keep, okay, now I remember what it was. Is that you this is when you start to realize, when you give to yourself and you nurture yourself, this is when you start to realize your power. And I mentioned, other people see how powerful you are. It's just a matter of you haven't been seeing that. And once you open your eyes and you truly see that, this is when it's going to start to pay off in a big way. You're going to see just, all this time, all this energy and strength you've been giving to other people, all this time you've been giving your power away to other people. Now you start to give it to yourself, and you start to use it with yourself, and it's going to be eye opening. You're going to see just how many different ways you can bless yourself. You're going to see just how powerful you are. That's what's coming up here with the star reverse. So with that, let me move back on into the physical here, because we got the Knight of Swords reversed, not reversed, but upright. We got the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck here, and it's again, it's feeling like communication, and something that's gonna shift your, if you haven't been focused on getting out of this, separating yourself from things that don't honor you the way you honor them, that don't give to you as you should be receiving. It's things are gonna kind of shake your shit up this week. We've got the Queen of Wands reversed. We've got Page of Cups. We've got the Sun reversed. And, again, perspective comes into play here. You've got the Hangman. What's coming up here is that, whatever this communication you get this week, whatever this messages you receive, whatever, comes to you, don't see yourself as the Queen of Wands. Don't turn into someone. Don't turn into somebody controlling and manipulative. Don't turn into somebody who uses their power for bad, because and to get revenge, and to manipulate and to step into situations that are bullshit, because you feel you've been wronged, because you're dimming your own sunlight. The sun is very abundant, no matter what, and you need to, whatever this information is. And for some of you, it's a person. It's an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. It could be male or female. It could also be a mercurial person, so a Virgo or a Gemini, someone who's been affected by this Mercury retrograde. This, whatever this message here that comes in, it's kind of like it's painting this person in an unfavorable light, which is what needs to happen, because this is not a favorable, this person here, this energy here is not favorable. It's not going to help you get anywhere. It's the reason why the sun is reversed. So like the Queen of Wands in reverse, wielding her wand, trying to control situations. But instead, you need to be more like, you need to be the Page of Cups and leave this energy behind, because the Page of Cups is seeking. The Page of Cups is looking for fulfillment. The Page of Cups is love to offer and is looking for, the Page of Cups isn't looking at the Queen of Wands. The Page of Cups is looking at the Sun, and even though the Sun is reversed, even being reversed, you can't stop the Sun. The Sun is the Sun, and the Sun will always shine no matter what. And that's kind of where you need to be the Page of Cups and take your fulfillment over to the Sun, and let you, again, what happens when you nurture yourself. Because the Sun is about nurturing too. Some of you are dealing with with a soulmate or a karmic partner or something, and this relationship is in its last throes. It's dying out, and this person may try whatever they can to bring you back, to draw you back in. But you're the Page of Cups. You're looking elsewhere. And some of you who are very intuitive, or you are, you communicate with your soulmate, or your karmic partner, or whoever, or your twin flame, whoever, telepathically. You may feel their energy in strange ways this week. You may feel their presence in strange ways, but and you may feel like this thing won't end, like it can't end, like you're just taking a break and you're going to get back into it. But that's not what's happening. It's on its way out. It's on its way out. And the only thing, you don't have to really do anything special. You just need to stay the course. Because you're starting to realize that this Queen of Wands, this is why the Sun is reversed. This is why things don't shine on you the way they should. The situation here, this imbalance, this disharmony, this disharmonious situation that you've been giving yourself to, this is why the Sun is reversed. This is why things aren't, because even reversed, the Sun is powerful, but upright, the Sun is even more transformative. But you're realizing that as long as you keep giving to this person, to this situation, the relationship is not balanced. The relationship is not balanced, and the Sun stays reversed, and it limits the things that you can. It limits how far you can go. And that's kind of why this message here. Some of you need to watch out for becoming the Queen of Wands, because you're going to realize that this person, this whatever the situation is, that it's limiting you, that it's curtailing your power, that it's cutting back on how much you can do with your life. And it may inspire you to respond in a negative way, because the Queen of Wands reversed can also be quite a bitch, um, a spiteful and manipulative one at that. But that's not the approach. The best thing you can do for yourself is, when you realize what the situation is to just stop giving your energy to it. And I also mentioned that in yesterday's in the reading for this weekend. You don't have to do a whole lot to stop, for this situation to die, so you can move on. All you have to do is stop giving your energy to it in every way, shape, and form. Stop worrying about this person. Cut your energetic cords connecting you to this person. Delete their number. Block them on social media if you have to. Change your number if you need to. Make the changes, do whatever you can, so that you can be this Page of Cups, taking yourself to a new place. Because again, we're going into the space where your dreams are getting ready to manifest, and you need to be unencumbered in order for everything to happen the way it's supposed to. And again, with this Hangman, you know, you've been in this situation, you've been dealing with this cycle for so long, and now it's becoming apparent to you what you need to do. So free yourself. You know, don't worry about what's next for you. Think about what you want to be next and give your energy to that instead. Give yourself to what gives to you. And that's going to be the reading for this week. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you enjoy my videos, you know, continue to like, subscribe, leave comments. I always appreciate any form of support. It's always greatly appreciated, and it really helps keep me going when it comes to this work. But again, you know, thanks for watching. Have a great week. Bye.